Ladies and gentlemen, every year we set goals, chase dreams, and look for ways to improve. But too often we measure success by external achievements, by what we gain, by how others see us, by whether we meet some impossible standard of perfection. But what if success isn't about any of that? What if real success is not about what happens around us, but about what happens within us? This year I am shifting my focus. I am no longer chasing validation, waiting for motivation, or fearing discomfort. I am choosing discipline over feelings, growth over perfection, and impact over personal gain. Because success is not a destination, it is a daily choice. A choice to keep moving, to keep learning, to keep becoming the person I am meant to be. This year, 2025, is not about looking back. It's about looking inward. It's about focusing on the one person I have complete control over, myself. I have spent too much time measuring myself against the world's expectations, chasing approval, and trying to fit into standards that were never mine to begin with. But now, my energy is directed at something far more valuable, my own growth, my own discipline, my own purpose. I am learning to embrace discomfort not as an obstacle, but as a teacher. Every challenge I face, every failure I experience, is no longer a reason to stop. It is proof that I am moving forward. Growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens in the moments I push beyond what I thought was possible. I am shifting my focus from what I can get to what I can give. The greatest fulfillment doesn't come from external rewards. It comes from knowing that I am making a meaningful impact no matter how small. If I can inspire, help, or uplift even one person along the way, I am living with purpose. I no longer wait for motivation to strike. Motivation is unreliable, but discipline is not. My actions are no longer dictated by how I feel in the moment. They are driven by a deeper commitment to becoming the person I want to be. Every single day, I remind myself progress is not about being perfect, it's about being better than yesterday. If I keep showing up, keep learning, and keep pushing forward, there is no limit to what I can achieve. We live in a world where approval has become currency, where likes, recognition, and validation from others dictate how we feel about ourselves. But the truth is, no amount of external validation will ever be enough if we don't believe in our own worth first. If my confidence is built on applause, what happens when the applause stops? If my self-worth depends on recognition, what happens when no one is watching? I used to chase validation thinking it would give me a sense of fulfillment. I believed that success was defined by what others saw, what others said, what others acknowledged. But I've realized that real success is not measured by external praise, it is measured by internal growth. The kind of growth that happens when no one is watching, the kind of growth that doesn't need an audience. It's about doing the right thing even when no one will ever know. It's about pushing myself forward, not for approval, but because I refuse to stay the same. It's about defining my own standards instead of letting the world define them for me. Because the moment I allow others to decide my worth, I give them control over my life. Growth is uncomfortable. It doesn't always come with applause. Sometimes it feels lonely. Sometimes it means making choices that others don't understand. But I would rather be misunderstood for being true to myself than be celebrated for being someone I'm not. Because at the end of the day, I am the only one who has to live with the choices I make. The question is not who approves of me, but am I proud of myself? The question is not do they think I'm successful, but am I becoming the person I want to be? Because when the noise fades, when the opinions disappear, the only voice that truly matters is the one inside my own head. Discomfort is not a sign that something is wrong, it is a sign that something is happening. Growth does not come from ease, it comes from challenge. It comes from stepping into the unknown, from pushing against the boundaries of what is familiar and safe. Yet, for so long, I resisted discomfort. I avoided difficult conversations, backed away from new challenges, and stayed within the limits of what I knew because I thought discomfort was something to be feared. But I've come to realize that the very thing I was avoiding was the key to my progress. Discomfort is not the enemy, it is the catalyst. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, every moment of transformation is built on the foundation of discomfort. It is the discomfort of failing that teaches resilience. It is the discomfort of uncertainty that forces me to trust myself. It is the discomfort of struggle that sharpens my skills, strengthens my character, and builds the person I am becoming. I've learned that if I only do what feels easy, I will only ever stay the same. If I only move forward when I feel confident, I will never move at all. Confidence does not come before action. It comes because of action. And action often means stepping into the unknown before I feel ready, before I have all the answers, before I am certain of success. Because progress is not about waiting for the perfect moment. It is about stepping into the uncomfortable moment and making it my own. Discomfort is a test. It asks one simple question: how much do I really want this? And I've made my decision. I want growth more than I want comfort. I want progress more than I want ease. I want to become the kind of person who doesn't run from challenges, but runs toward them. Because every time I face discomfort, instead of avoiding it, I am proving to myself that I am stronger than I thought. Every time I embrace the struggle, I am not just surviving it, I am growing from it. And that kind of growth is worth every uncomfortable moment. For a long time, I measured success by what I could achieve, what I could accumulate, and what I could gain. I chased milestones, rewards, and recognition, believing that once I had enough money, enough status, enough approval, I would feel fulfilled. But if you choose to ask yourselves, what does success feel like in my life? But no matter how much I gained, it never seemed to be enough. The moment I reached one goal, another appeared. The moment I achieved something, the satisfaction was temporary. I was running a race with no finish line, and the more I focused on myself, the emptier I felt. And then I asked myself a different question. What if success isn't about what I can get, but about what I can give? And that single shift changed everything. The world teaches us to ask, what's in it for me? But the real question, the one that brings meaning, purpose, and lasting fulfillment is, how can I serve? Because personal gain, no matter how great, is temporary, but impact, the way we change lives, the way we uplift others, the way we leave things better than we found them, that lasts. Impact isn't always loud. It doesn't always come with recognition. Sometimes it's as simple as showing up for someone who needs support. Sometimes it's sharing knowledge, mentoring, or offering encouragement. It's in the small choices, the little moments, where we decide to contribute instead of just consume, to give instead of just take. Because when I focus only on myself, my success is limited to what I can accomplish alone. But when I focus on impact, my success is multiplied through the lives I touch. This shift is not just about generosity, it's about purpose. The moments I feel most alive are not the moments I achieve something for myself, but the moments I create value for others. The moments I inspire, support, or help someone move forward. That is the kind of success that doesn't fade. That is the kind of success that matters. Because at the end of the day, legacy is not built on what I take, it's built on what I give. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like the weather. Unpredictable, unreliable, and inconsistent. Some days I wake up feeling inspired, ready to take on the world. Other days, I don't feel like doing anything at all. If I rely on motivation, my progress will be dictated by my emotions. And emotions are not a strategy. Discipline, on the other hand, is a decision. It is the commitment to take action regardless of how I feel. It is doing what needs to be done, not just when it's easy or exciting, but when it's boring, inconvenient, and uncomfortable. It is understanding that results don't come from occasional bursts of inspiration, but from consistent effort over time. I used to wait for motivation to strike before taking action. I thought I needed to feel ready before I could begin. But I've learned that action creates momentum, and momentum fuels motivation, not the other way around. The most successful people in any field are not the ones who feel motivated every day. They are the ones who show up every day, no matter what. They don't rely on inspiration to guide them. They rely on habits, routines, and discipline to carry them forward, even when they don't feel like it. Discipline is the difference between dreams and reality. Everyone has goals, ambitions, and aspirations, but the gap between wanting something and achieving it is filled with discipline. It is waking up early to train when no one is watching. It is putting in the extra hours to refine my craft, even when I feel like stopping. It is choosing long-term success over short-term comfort. Discipline is about making a promise to myself and keeping it. It is about proving day after day that my actions are not controlled by fleeting emotions, but by a deeper commitment to becoming the person I want to be. And when I make discipline a habit, I no longer need to chase motivation because success is no longer dependent on how I feel in the moment. It is built on the choices I make every single day. For too long, I believed that success meant perfection, that I had to get everything right, that every step forward had to be flawless. But the pursuit of perfection is a trap. It paralyzes, it delays action, and it turns progress into an impossible standard. The more I chased perfection, the more I feared failure. And the more I feared failure, the less I tried. Then I realized something. Success isn't about getting everything right. It's about getting better. It's about progress, not perfection. Every great achievement is built on small, consistent efforts. No one wakes up one day suddenly at the top of their game. Mastery is not a single moment of brilliance. It is a collection of ordinary days, stacked together with persistence. Progress happens in the small choices. The extra rep at the gym, the extra page read, the extra minute spent refining a skill. It happens when I push forward even when I don't feel like it, when I show up even when no one is watching. Some days progress is obvious, other days it is invisible, but every effort counts, even the ones that seem insignificant. If I measure my success only by perfection, I will always feel like I'm falling short. But if I measure my success by progress, I will see how far I've come. And that shift changes everything. Because success is not about one grand moment, it is about showing up day after day, getting just a little bit better than yesterday. Some days, progress means taking a big step forward. Other days, it means simply not quitting. But as long as I keep moving, I am succeeding, because real success is not about being flawless, it is about being relentless in my pursuit of growth. And so I no longer chase perfection. I no longer wait for motivation. I no longer seek approval or avoid discomfort. Instead, I commit to the process, to showing up, to embracing the struggle, to focusing on growth over recognition, discipline over emotion, progress over flawlessness. Because success isn't about some distant finish line. It isn't about waiting for the perfect moment or achieving the impossible standard. It's about today. It's about the choices I make right now. I am not here to be perfect. I am here to be better. And as long as I keep moving forward, as long as I keep learning, keep growing, and keep pushing beyond who I was yesterday, I am already winning.